welcome to Mia's Stories. Make sure to subscribe to never miss an update, and a lucky chance to video chat with me. As the sun began to rise, a single mother named Sarah woke up to the sound of her alarm clock. She had a busy day ahead of her, with work and errands to run. She quickly got dressed and headed out to start her day. Little did she know, her world was about to be turned upside down. Sarah had a son, Jack, who was 17 years old. Jack was a typical teenager, interested in video games, music, and spending time with his friends. Sarah and Jack had a close relationship, and she always made sure to be there for him. As Sarah returned home from a long day, she noticed that Jack's bedroom door was closed. It was unusual for him to shut himself in, so she knocked on the door. "Jack, are you in there?" she called out. There was no response, so she decided to open the door. To her shock, she found Jack in a schoolgirl uniform. He was wearing a short-plaid skirt, white blouse, and knee-high socks. His hair was styled in pigtails, and he was wearing makeup. Sarah was taken aback by the sight. "Jack, what are you doing?" she asked, feeling a mix of confusion and concern. Jack looked up at her, his face flushed with embarrassment. I don't know, Mom. I just wanted to try something different," he stammered. Sarah was stunned. She couldn't believe that her son, who she thought was a typical teenage boy, was interested in cross-dressing. She didn't know how to react, so she closed the door and went to her own room to process her thoughts. Over the next few days, Sarah tried to talk to Jack about his interest in cross-dressing. She wanted to understand why he was doing it and how she could support him. Jack was hesitant at first, but eventually opened up to her. He explained that he had always felt like he was different from other boys, and that he was attracted to feminine things. He had never told anyone before, not even his closest friends, and he was afraid of how they would react. Sarah listened to her son with an open mind. She knew that Jack was still growing and exploring his identity, and she wanted to be there for him. She reassured him that she loved him unconditionally, and that she would always be there to support him. As time went on, Sarah and Jack began to embrace his interest in cross-dressing. They went shopping together for feminine clothes and accessories, and Sarah even helped Jack style his hair and apply makeup. They formed a strong bond, and Sarah realized that her son was still the same person she had always known, just with a new interest. Despite some negative reactions from others in their community, Sarah and Jack continued to be open and honest about Jack's cross-dressing. They knew that they had each other's support, and that was all that mattered. In the end, Sarah and Jack's story became a testament to the power of love and acceptance. They showed that even in the face of adversity, family can come together and support each other through anything. As the weeks passed, Sarah and Jack's relationship continued to grow stronger. Sarah made sure to educate herself about cross-dressing and transgender issues, so that she could better understand her son's interests. Jack, in turn, appreciated his mother's openness and support. Sarah also made an effort to include Jack in her social life. She invited his friends over for dinner, and they all became comfortable with Jack's new identity. They even started to incorporate Jack's feminine side into their activities, such as going to the movies or shopping for clothes. One day, Sarah received a phone call from Jack's school. They were concerned about his recent behavior and attire, and wanted to discuss it with her. Sarah was initially worried, but she knew that she had to be honest with the school about her son's interests. She met with the principal and teachers, and they were surprised by her openness. They appreciated her honesty and willingness to communicate with them. They promised to be supportive of Jack and to create a safe and inclusive environment for him. As time went on, Sarah and Jack became advocates for the LGBTQ+ community. They spoke at events and worked with local organizations to raise awareness and promote acceptance. They received positive feedback from the community and even met other families who were going through similar experiences. In the end, Sarah and Jack's story became an inspiration to others. They showed that love and acceptance are the most important qualities in any relationship, and that family can overcome any obstacle. Their story continues to be shared and celebrated as a shining example of the power of love and understanding. If you enjoyed this story and want to show your support, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also, for every comment with 69, you could have a chance to video chat with me. Thanks for your time.